Welcome to the ACC Coach Mocks. It's awesome. I mean, for me, I've been a fan forever. And so I think this is a treat. They couldn't hire anyone better. So I'm really excited to see what this journey is going to look like with UVA and just the history behind it too. I think this is really awesome. So congratulations and welcome to the ACC. We'll talk about the familiar faces we're going to see in the ACC as well, and then Sam Brunelle and then Camryn Taylor as well. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to start just here, getting to this point. What went to really getting you to say yes to UVA, and then also like what it means to you to be a part of this conference.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for your kind words, first of all. Being a part of ACC is like a dream come true. I grew up in Northern Virginia, so ACC country. So for me, to be able to be a part of a program like UVA, to me, it's one of the best athletic and academic institutions in the country. And the icing on the cake is I'm home. So when I was going through the process, I was at Missouri State. We were fortunate to have a lot of success there. And then I was fortunate to have a lot of opportunities, which I don't take for granted. But it was a no-brainer when it came to UVA because I knew the history. When I was growing up, it was in the forefront of the country. It was Final Fours, it was Elite Eights, Dawn Staley, Wendy Palmer, Tammy Reese, all those great names, and many more. And so that was my idea of UVA women's basketball. And then just to talk to Carla Williams, who I think is just one of the best ever, and her vision and her what she wanted to see the program do in the athletic department lined up with mine, and it just was a no-brainer. We have all the resources we need. We have great players. There's talent there, and there's going to be more talent coming. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to bridge the gap with the alums again, bring them back. We've already started doing that, and just to make them proud and get this program back to where it needs to be.
Absolutely. It was just in my tenure playing. I just remember when we saw Virginia, it was like, oh, we got to see them again, just the toughness and the tenacity that they had. And it was just one of those teams that you always had to show up and just put forth your best effort. When you're looking at your philosophy with this group in the ACC, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of toughness to it and just being competitive. That's one thing we talk about in practice a lot, just being competitive, playing through mistakes, and playing together. The culture that I've instilled already that our players have bought into, it carries over on the court and off the court, and it's just about togetherness, and genuinely respecting each other and building a foundation of respect, loyalty, trust, a safe place for people, no judgment zone. And when you have that on the court and you have that camaraderie and that synergy, I think that that alone can win you more games. Now, from the tactical side, we're going to play fast. We have athletes, we have shooters, we have a lot of the tools we need, and we want to play with a lot of tempo and be very disruptive on the defensive end. So going into the ACC, I think the conference is an athletic conference. I think it's a physical conference, and the way that we play translates into the teams that we're going to play. But we just have to be able to buy in, and stay together, especially when we hit adversity and get over the hump. But I just think I was blessed in this situation to have the players and the talent that I need that translates into my system and what I'm trying to instill. So it's been a great transition. I'm really proud of where they're at.
Well, you have a couple of outstanding performers here joining us as well. I just want to just go to you first and just see what's the transition been like for you and the excitement around the locker room and just on campus, just to know like a fresh start in a sense.
Yeah, it's been truly awesome, especially coming back to Virginia and just being back in like my hometown. Right. And there's definitely a different energy at Virginia now for women's basketball. And I grew up being a ball girl for UVA women's basketball games and going to games and watching like Chelsea Shine and like that era players. And I was like, ooh, I want to be like them someday. Those are the people that I looked up to. And so being able to, reestablish UVA women's basketball and help rebuild and get it back to where it should be is exciting. And it's just great to walk around campus and hear about how people are excited to come to games and be there for us.
I mean, we're going to have to do a feature on that at some point. We need pictures to back that up. That's really full circle.
We have pictures.
We have pictures. And for you too, just understanding the opportunity in front of you. And when you hear opportunity, what does that look like for UVA?
I think for me, opportunity, especially for our team, is just up for grabs. I mean, it's all there. Open doors for us, and I think the basketball gives us many opportunities that many people don't get. So just taking advantage of the opportunity in general. playing our best, buying in. I think that's been one of the biggest things this year. This culture has pretty much brought, and Coach Mox, like just buying into each other, trusting each other, and coming in every day with that same mentality of just going to get it. And I think that also, comes in with the opportunity. So.
Awesome. Sam, I just wanted to go back to you said coming back home. You mentioned just being home. It just feels good. I just feel like there's a lot of great energy around it. But even where you're coming from with Notre Dame and understanding what it takes to win and getting a taste of, tournament, what are you establishing even from a leadership standpoint amongst the locker room on how you guys have to play and show up every day to make sure you're back in those same situations?
Absolutely. I think, I took a lot from my time at Notre Dame. I think one of the most important things that I took was accountability. And that was something that was instilled by Coach McGraw my freshman year and, still instilled by Coach Ivey after that. And honestly, when all of us really learned what accountability meant, whether that's for yourself or for your teammates, we became more successful. My first 2 years there, obviously we're not very successful team-wise. That third year, though, we made strides and, we got to where Notre Dame used to be. And so being able to bring that to Virginia and that knowledge is great, and being able to lead these girls. And honestly, our team is full of leaders, and that's really exciting to be surrounded by girls who want to work hard, who want to learn from each other and take criticism well, because that's what's going to help us be a very successful team.
I just wanted to go back to you too as well, Camryn, when you're looking at just being here the season prior to, and just knowing what it takes to win, right? But not quite getting over the hump. What are you most excited about as far as the group that you have now and just what you guys are trying to establish out of the gate?
I think there's so many things to be excited about. I mean, obviously I talked about the culture. Sam talked about just how many people bring their energy every single day. Everybody has their own way of leading, whether that's by, leading by example, leading like vocally, just bringing that energy every day. I think it's so many things to be excited about. There's so many things that come with, as a team and the energy that we all bring. But I think I'm most excited about how we all are going to just come in and just dominate. I really want to dominate this year. Obviously, we're seniors this year, so it's just something that we've been waiting for, just that winning mentality. Everybody's coming in just excited and buying in and just eager to learn and to grow, honestly. There's always so much room to grow for us, so that's probably the biggest thing I'm excited about.
Awesome. I'm going to go to the audience. I think we do have a question, so if we can get a microphone as quickly as possible. Microphone check. Thank you so much. We need music or something during this time. It makes it so awkward, so sorry.
Hi, Coach Mox. I was just curious, you do have 2 first years, I think only 2 players that started their careers at Virginia. Does it feel a little bit like with the number of transfers or people who have played other places before coming here now, that you're all kind of on this journey together? And how does that help with the buy-in? And I know you guys have been using the grind now, shine later. Can you just kind of speak to what that means when it is applied in this situation and what you want to build from that?
Yeah, I was surprised at how quickly they bought in, to be honest. But I do believe that if you have a genuine relationship with people and you invest in people, they're going to buy in and they're going to believe in the vision. So even though we only have 2 first years on our roster, everyone, kind of when a new coach comes in, everyone is almost like a freshman again, right? But not they have more experience, their bodies are more ready and things like that. But everyone has to kind of start from scratch and learn. So some of them, like Sam said, we have a lot of leaders on the team, and some were trying to lead, but they're trying to learn at the same time. So there was that little growth period, and now that they're understanding the system better, you're seeing so many leaders emerge, which is just great to see. But we talk about grind now, shine later, because we just want to focus on the work, right? We don't want to focus on, are we going to win a championship? Are we going to do this? Of course, we have goals, and we want to celebrate small victories along the way, but just focus on the things that we can control. Let's get better today. Let's get better in this practice, in this moment. Let's grow, and then the results will take care of themselves, because we have enough talent. And I'm confident that I can put them in positions to be successful, myself and my staff. So just focus on the things that we can control, and that's kind of where that grind now, shine later comes from. But at the end of the day, I've been so blessed with these players, and they have been great to coach. They come in every day, work hard. What we do, every drill, it could be a shooting drill or whatever it is. There's a winner and a loser to everything we do. There's a competitive side to everything we do. So changing that mentality to a winning mentality also goes in with the grinding part of it. And so now you see people that are just getting upset, even if it's a little shooting drill. If they lose that, they're like, oh, they're mad at themselves or whatever. And you just see that mentality changing, and it's changed. Honestly, it's changed already. And Cam just alluded to it. There's a winning expectation, and there's a winning mindset. So all of that is based on the work that we've been putting in.
Any other questions? I can see on Cam's face, you were talking about her because you were like, oh, just mad about losing. And she's like, yeah, that's me. I see it all over your face. But, you have 5 returners coming back. So when you're looking at the starters and just how you're able to build on that, I know you've talked about your philosophy. You mentioned what the grit and the grind looks like for you guys. But you mentioned, too, we have the talent. At the end of the day, we have the talent to compete in this league. For the people that are not here, can you further express what they are and what they can be and the impact that they need to make in this season?
Yeah, I would probably go down our whole roster, but these two they've been an integral part of that buy-in and culture shift and all that. They've been great leaders, and they come in with great attitudes and things like that, and they're talented players, obviously. But we have Taylor Valladay, who comes in, and she's just she's a bulldog out there. She's so tough on both sides of the ball, and she just brings that grit. And that, you need somebody like that. And everything starts with her on defense, and it trickles down. Offensively, she pushes the tempo, and she's been a great leader. She's one of our captains as well. Mir's coming. Mir's like one of the most athletic kids probably that's come through here, and she just does things on the court that you don't even really teach, So the way that she can affect our defense just by contesting a shot or rebounding and affect our offense by mismatches and things like that, she brings a lot to the team. But you can go all the way down. We've had so many people contribute. I think London Clarkson has gotten way better. She's versatile, finishes either hand, is very vocal, helps our team when, we're getting into ruts and things like that. She helps us, along with these two, get out of that. So she's another one. McKenna Dale, I think she's probably going to be one of the most improved. A lot of people look at her and think she's just a flat-out shooter, but she's getting to the rim more. She's doing things that are more outside of her comfort zone because we like to utilize our versatility. So we push kids outside of their comfort zone, and she's kind of flourished with that. Our 2 first years, they're growing every day. One is a point guard, Yonta Vaughn's a point guard, and she's getting better. And then Katie Pauley, we call her CP, is just becoming more confident and just coming out of her shell, and she's a not lights-out shooter but can handle the ball some. And so we have everybody that does different things. Alexia Smith, she's a transfer from Minnesota. She brings toughness. She brings defense. She brings downhill play. She's stretching the floor now a little bit more with her shot. And so Carol Miller, I could really talk about everybody. I think she's going to be one of the most improved. Before I got here, what I heard, she was more of just a shooter. Now she's bringing the ball down the court. She's attacking. She's utilizing her versatility. Same thing with Kaden Lawson. Yeah. Same thing. She's a 3-level scorer. So I probably left somebody out, but I tell them all the time. I told them in the circle, I think every single person in our circle, we have 11 kids, and I think everybody can contribute to our success. So that's an awesome thing to have. Now I can play with lineups. We need an offensive lineup. We need a defensive lineup. We need a more athletic lineup. We need whatever it is, I can play around and put people in position to be successful because everybody's kind of growing together and getting better.